Okay, and then how I can replace this Toyota Camry cars, this cabin air filter. First step is that I need to go to purchase this new air filter, and I recommend always that we visit in this Toyota dealership center, and for that place we can get this cabin air filter, and there is this code 87139, and when we have this our car's register plate number, we can easily get that. And this filter costs about 20 to 30 US dollars. And then we go to inside area to look at how to replace that. Okay, and then we need to open this right side door. In that way, door is now open. And then we look in this glove box area in there, in that area. And let's go to look at next. Okay, and then there is glove box, and next I only open that in that way, and we have this glove box open. And then we need to look that area in here, because there is next screw what I need to open. Okay, and now we are looking this glove box, and now glove box is also open. This is this glove box. And then when we look that side area in here, when door is open, there we can see that there is small screw in here, in that area. And for that job we need then crosshead screwdriver, what is in my hand, and then I need to open one screw, and it is this screw in here, in that screw, and that's I insert my tool in that position, and then this is easy to open, not too tight, and I rotate that screw in that way. It opens really easily, and in that final step, when it is almost open, we have to be really little bit carefully, because this screw can drop to ground. And in that position I take my two fingers in here, and I take this my screw in my hand, and there is that screw. It is specific Toyota's screw. And then in same time I take that plastic small part and I move that little bit in that position in here, in this way, and it is away. This is the trick. And then I need to do next thing in here. Okay, now when glove box is free and open in that way, you can see that there is this dashboard. I need to do next thing, and this next thing is that I have to use my two hands, and I need to compress this side in here, sides in that way, both sides same time, inside in this way, and also in that area in here, that another part in here, in that way. And same time, when I same time compress these sides in this way, then this my glove box opens. And let's look at how it happens. There is this my thing, and there are my hands, and then I press that in this way, and same time this glove box drops down in that same time, in little bit up in here, and press, and then it opens. And there are those idea is that when we look in here, there are those small plastic things, but I need to compress a little bit in inner in that way, and then it opens. Okay, now glove box is free, and then we can look in there, because in here is our next area. Okay, and then we look this our glove box area. Now it's free, and here is this our front door. It is in there, and there is this below area, and then when I look in here, there is this dashboard. And now when this glove box is free, we can look in here, and this is our target, that area. And how we can open this area, because it is very interesting. And there is two sides, this side and that side. and there is idea that there is a couple of these electric cables, and we little bit move that away, and we must to bend this side in inner area, press in this force, and this is little bit tight, and that in here, and I need to press this area in here, and then it suddenly opens. Look, now it opens very easily, but this can be a little bit tight, remember, and check also that this up arrow is in this direction, and there, because some people can install this in wrong way. Always up means in that this is up, and Toyota logo, and then I carefully take that out, and there is this old filter in here, and the idea was that when, because this is trick, that in that area in here, what is in there, I saw that this area, what is this open, I need to move that in this direction, in that way, and then it opens. This is not so easy. I think that I have to, if I move that in outer, it is more difficult to open, but let's look. When I install that back, and it goes so deep, and then when I move that in inside, like in here, or actually that, then it is unbelievable. But actually this opens only so easily that I take my fingers in here and pull out in that way. Oh, it is so, there is no any so big locking. It is so easy. Look, it is so easy that there is no any locking. Only grip in here and pull out. Let's test again. I insert that in here, and then I insert my fingers and I pull out. Let's look that how it happens in that way, and then I only take my fingers and then pull out. Okay, it needs only pull out force. Okay, good. And there is then this old filter, and then we can look that this inner area, that there is no any big trash in there, because big trash make our fan too bad. And let's go to look then this my filter closer. Okay, and then when I am replacing this air filter element, first I check that there is this up logo, and then I take that old filter out, and this can be quite hard and tough to take out, but there is only idea that we are carefully that we don't damage these plastic, these fasteners and these joints in here, and I only press that old filter in here in that way, and I take old filter away and I throw that to trash, and then I can carefully take all extra things away, and then we have this interesting thing. Look that there is up text, and then we check the same in this our new Toyota filter. And now I am using this original, because this original takes better those gasoline and diesel engines, those small particles away, and all of this pollution what we have in our air. And then this air filter goes in here only one way. We can't insert it in many ways. It goes only in one way. And this idea is that when we first check in that direction, there is that kind of material in here, and it goes in that area where are these plastic, these things, those heels, dents, and these areas goes to dents, and that area where is this up text, it should go in same position than this one. Look, if I am right, up and up, they are in same way. And now this is Toyota's original filter, and let's look at how it happens. I start my job in that area, and I insert my filter. I press that carefully, and be carefully that you don't damage this filter. And then I little bit move that in down, that they are in together. I little bit bend this filter, and actually I insert that in this direction. Look, like angle. Now this is okay, and then I carefully press that down in here that way. And now we have that area, and in that area I carefully press that in this way, really carefully. very carefully in that way. In here and also in that area. Good. And now this my filter is not yet ready because there is that kind of situation. I need to little bit move that using my fingers, that all of these lines are in striked in vertically. And now when I looked at my filter, it's look really excellent. Look. And now both sides are excellent, and then I can go to install that back, and let's go to look at how it happens next. Okay, and then when I am installing this my filter back in there is idea only that we check that this up, there is this up logo, that this up is like in upside down, and now it is in wrong position. It is wrong, and that's I need to rotate that my thing, and then only check that up is there, and then I only press in my hand, and now it's fine. Okay, and then next step is to insert this glove box and look that there is those. Okay, and then I noticed that we have to be really carefully because there is that kind of electric cable set, and we have possibility to do mistake that we insert that cable set in that position, and now it is wrong. We have to take that cable set away in using our hands and press that in inner in here. And in that my case, I can see that there is some burnout in this cable, these cables, and my previous serviceman, he or she has been made mistake, because if these cables goes down, then we are in big troubles. Okay, good. And now this filter, when I press that, it is okay, and then we can continue. Okay, then when I install this glove box back, there is 3 those slots and holes, and this is this key, because in this my glove box, what is in here, there is also 3 of these things, 1, 2 and 3 in here. And that's I need to install that in this location, and starting point is in here, and I need to insert these things directly in here. And let's look at how it happens. Okay, and there is then this my target area, and there is this glove box, and first I check that there are those things, but I need to connect those 3 things, and I insert that my glove box in that kind of position, and then I insert all of those 3 in the same time, and I check all of also in here that is this. Okay, now I drop this my cylinder. Okay, this is, and now I press a little bit that my glove box in inner, and then I check that is this my glove box, that this goes close, and if this our glove box is in that kind of status, then I need to press that more in here, in that way, in this direction, directly in here. Press like in this kind of force, and now it goes nicely. Excellent. And then my next task is that there is this my gas cylinder. It dropped to ground. Okay, this is this cylinder what I need to install, and it happens so that I take this my cylinder, and then when we look in that area in here, I need to take this my glove box again away in that way, and I need to install this cylinder in here. There is one specific position, it is in here, and let's go to look that closer, because this is always small trace in here, and there is this my cylinder, and it goes in here, and then there was some place where it should be in here, and let's wait a second. Okay, and now I managed to know that where this my glove box goes. It goes in here is one plastic board. It's difficult to see, but the location is, it is in here. that part, my finger. You can see that my finger in here, and there is this contact point in here. And now when I install this my cylinder, let's look, it goes in that direction, and then I need to look that actually this is wrong way in that way, and then in here, and just in there, it is in that position. Look, there's small plastic just behind of that wall. And now when this is in position, we can maybe see that plastic thing in here. And we look in that area, and it is in here. My finger shows that there is this thing, that thing. Yes, now we can see good this part. And in that part I need to install this my cylinder in this way. Now it's in position. Good. Okay, cylinder is in position. Excellent. And then I insert this my glove box. Again, carefully. I start in there. That way. And in here. In that way. And then I press that in. And also in that area. In. Now this glove box is like moving in there. And then I carefully, in that position, I insert that brake cylinder, this hydraulic cylinder. Okay, now it drops again. New try. It is not so easy. And there, and then I little bit move, and then I take this my cylinder. And now cylinder is in right position, and then I take my screw and I insert that screw in here. Okay, good. And now this, and then I take my screwdriver. And now this my air filter replace is almost ready. Good. Now, and then I only close that. Excellent. Thank you. And this was this job.